and gentlemen, let's welcome out to the ice for Miami
RedHawks.
Hold on. Saturday afternoon on Miami University's campus here in Oxford, Ohio. We're inside Steve Cady Arena for Game 2 of this weekend series between the Minnesota-Duluth Bulldogs, the 8th-ranked team in the nation, and the Miami RedHawks here in the NCHC, the final home game of the season this afternoon for the hometown RedHawks Senior Day as well. They just did a ceremony in the arena to honor all of the seniors for the RedHawks, 8 of them in total. We'll be talking about them throughout the afternoon. Patrick Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger back in the air for one final time this season. Minnesota-Duluth Miami was a 3-1 win last night for the Bulldogs. They played pretty well. RedHawks showed them an effort. Minnesota-Duluth put up over 50 shots on goal. Sets up a good storyline for tonight's game. Minnesota-Duluth looking for the sweep. RedHawks want to win on senior night tonight.
Yeah, really impressive performance from Minnesota-Duluth last evening. Like you said, over 50 shots. Anytime a team does that, they played pretty well. I would say that Minnesota-Duluth dominated that game. I would go that far. We'll see if the RedHawks can salvage this series on senior night.
It'll be interesting to see for sure. Miami will start Ludwig Pearson again in net as the RedHawks settle in here in front of a good crowd at Steve Cady Arena. Just quickly, 8 seniors honored before the game. It's always exciting to see that ceremony, but sad to see the 8 leave for Miami, and it's kind of an emotional night as well tonight, saying goodbye to all those guys.
Yeah, bittersweet. Some of the players that I've really enjoyed watching in my couple years at Miami so far. Sad to see them go. It's been fun though.
Yep. All right. Miami, Minnesota, Duluth. We will get our Miami starting lineup here in the national anthem from Scott Schreiber, the public address announcer inside Goggin Ice Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise, remove your caps, and join the Miami Hockey Band for the playing of our national anthem.
Great starting lineup from Scott Schreiber and a great national anthem by the Miami Pet Band. As always, here inside Steve Cady Arena before Game 2 between Miami and Minnesota-Duluth. All right, we'll take a look at your starting goaltenders for tonight's game. Ludwig Pearson will start in the Miami net. His 27th start of the year, 28th appearance, .519-2, 4.09 goals against, .888 save percentage for the sophomore out of Hindus, Sweden, that stands at 6'1", 184. We will also see Ryan Fanti in the Minnesota-Duluth net tonight, 6'3", 195 junior from Thunder Bay, Ontario. For him, appearance number 29 on the year, 14-9-4 record, 1.92 goals against, and a .924 save percentage for Fanti. Minnesota-Duluth, the same uniforms as last night, the maroon with the white numbers on the back, and the yellow bulldog on the front. RedHawks are in the home whites with the red number, red name on the back, and the red M across the front of the white uniform. And Miami moves right to left across your radio here in our first period. Same officials as last night as well. Dan Dreger, Bobby Lucasen are the referees. Eric Frank, Logan Belgraf are the linesmen. So, senior night tonight in Oxford, Ohio, and we have a pretty good crowd on hand there, Jack.
Yeah, we sure do. People really showing up to this 5 o'clock NCHC start, and it looks like we have a full senior starting lineup as well.
That is the case for Miami, as you heard Scott Schreiber announce a few minutes earlier. RedHawks control the puck in their own zone, trying to work it up the far wing. Duluth on a turnover at center comes in. Colby Roth fired a shot there off the glove of Ludwig Pearson. We get a penalty here in the first 18 seconds of the game. As the puck went up the far wall in the RedHawks zone, Monty Graham got in a board battle there with Minnesota-Duluth's Matt Anderson. Graham gave him a shoulder shove to the ground and a one-on-one puck battle on the far half wall of the RedHawks zone. Miami is short-handed here with 19:42 to go in the first. So, not a great way to start it out.
Especially for the full line of seniors, we're going to see the penalty kill come out. Matt Barbolini dressed tonight. He wasn't yesterday. That should be a little bit of a boost for this penalty kill unit.
Should be as well. So Minnesota-Duluth on the power play last night was 1 for 5. Work it back to the line here. Gallatin to the right point for Roth. And down low for Cates. The pass missed him below the red-hot cage. Bender on it now, up high for Duluth. At the left point, slides it down to Cates in the far corner. Works his way around Jack Clement. Noah Cates, the Olympian. Back below the goal line for Casey Gilling, the former Red Hawk. Works it up to the left point. Gallatin shoots it on the forehand. Big save and rebound. Popped off Pearson's pad and was cleared by a Red Hawk in the far circle on the wrister there by Owen Gallatin of Minnesota-Duluth. Bulldogs trying to work it here up the right wing over the Red Hawk line. They kind of misplayed the puck. Too many guys in one spot. Derek Datsky picks up the loose puck and roofs it all the way down the ice for the Red Hawk to clear here on the penalty kill. Corbett lays a nice hit in the Miami offense's zone right point on Wyatt Kaiser. 1:03 to go on this power play here for the Bulldogs, who work it up through the neutral zone. Kaiser dishes back. With it here in his own end is Quinn Olsen for Minnesota-Duluth. Pops it over here on the left wing. Coming up is Luke Milmock, who will dump it into the near corner of the Miami zone. Pletzky sends it behind the net to the far corner. Reichquist trying to chip it ahead up that far wing. James takes over. Kaiser trying to push it ahead. He could not, and it's stolen away by Reichquist over the Bulldog line here on the left wing. Reichquist for Miami into the offensive zone, hit in the near corner there by Milmock. Bulldogs work this puck. They turn it over up the far wing. With it now is Olsen for UMD through the center circle. Over the Red Hawk line right wing, Milmock with a pass over the far circle. James let it hop off his stick to the far corner. Olsen on it now with 15 to go in the power play for UMD. Left point Kaiser. Right point Milmock with a puck. Center blue line trying to set up Kaiser. Instead it went to Olsen left point. Beyond the top of the far circle. Lets it trickle to the far corner. Reichquist picks up the loose biscuit. Clears all the way down. And that will run out the time in the UMD power play here. 5-on-5 we are back to with 17:35 to go in a scoreless first. Anderson pushes the puck ahead through neutral ice for UMD. Collette there to stop it for the Red Hawks. We're over the Bulldog line on the right wing. Barry trying to feed it on a centering pass. Far circle got broken up in the middle of the ice there by Clement. Will send it softly back to the Red Hawk zone on the far wing. Barry plays it middle. Here's Dylan Moulton. Will dump it in from right at center ice, wide right of the Duluth net. Anderson plays it far half wall here for UMD. Will break it out. Clevitt over the Red Hawk line, left wing. Dishes back here for Jocks. Takes it in behind the Red Hawk net. The center play in front to Clevitt. Pearson got a stick on that. And the Red Hawks will ice this one all the way down as Chase Kresak looking for a rink-wide feed from the right wing of the Red Hawk zone. Could not hit Jack Clement. Standing near the center ice circle. Icing call brings the draw to the left of Pearson in the Miami zone with 16:56 to go in the first. Shots are 3-0 Duluth. No goals yet in the game. So in this face-off for Miami is Matt Barry. He'll take on Minnesota-Duluth's Carter Loney out of Columbus, Ohio. Playing USHL hockey at Sioux City. Redhawks break it out up the near wing. Barry with the puck over the Bulldog line, left side. Loney pushed him off. Left point Donato shoves it down the boards. Pops out back to the neutral zone. Crowder on it here. Will shovel it back behind the Bulldog net. And on it for UMD is Connor Kelly, all alone in his own zone as both teams rounding out changes. Kelly dishes near wing. Loney's on it through the near wing. Center ice over the Red Hawk line. Loney will shoot it. Big rebound, and Pearson made the save as Lohite came in on the left wing all alone. Tried to shoot it past Pearson's left pad, but Ludwig there to make another big stop. As it's sent in behind Pearson's net here in the Miami zone. Donato rims it around the boards up to the left point. Sent in there by Kaiser. Far corner Cates around his center in front, went off his stick, back to the left point. Kaiser misplayed it. Here's Silver, stole the puck away. Silver on a breakaway down the ice. He shoots and scores! Brian Silver breaks the ice with 15:55 to go in the first period to give Miami the 1-0 lead. A clean turnover at the left point of the Red Hawk zone. Silver took it down the right wing, fired it top right corner on the glove side of Fanti, and Brian Silver, with his first career goal, puts Miami up 1-0.
Great job by Silver to take that breakaway, use his left shoulder to shield off the UMD defender was trailing him, and Silver, not usually the type of guy you expect to make that type of play, so when you can get a nice goal from him, that's really big. Really good start for the RedHawks, at least on the scoreboard.
What a way to get your first ever goal, too, in a college uniform for Brian Silver. Great job of the forecheck, and the RedHawks draw first blood in this one. Early on in the first period, puck in the Miami zone near corner. Dasky rims it up the near wing boards. Bartolini back out at center ice. Beans at right wing. Ryquist will dish it rink wide through the neutral zone, and Dasky rims it around the boards for the center ice red line left wing to the far corner. Anderson plays it up to Jocks. Rink wide feed. Right wing Olsen let it go off his stick. Dasky back in the Miami zone. Will dish it right wing. Ryquist returns to Dasky here in the Miami end. He'll skate it out to the neutral zone. Left wing at the red line. Over the Bulldog line left wing. Red Savage the centering pass. High slot shot by PJ Fletcher, handled by the right pad of Fanti. Deflects out back to center ice. Bartolini left wing and the center ice red line will spin it around the boards. In behind the UMD net. Fanti there will stop it for rail. Here's Kobe Bender skating out of the UMD zone. Got stripped though at the line by Grisak. Will dump it in far corner of the Miami offensive end for the RedHawks. Rail with a puck here behind the UMD net. Copped it up. Grisak a chance on the near post of Fanti's net. He kept it out with his pad. Now it's in the far circle. RedHawks trying to work it forward. They can't. Stripped away by Jacques. He'll feed up ahead. Coming in is Clevin on a breakaway. He'll fire a wrister. And a shoulder save made by Pearson. Who will stop the clock in the cover with 14:25 to go in the first. Back and forth they go inside Steve Cady Arena. He had Clevin get a feed there up the far wing. Take it down the ice in a breakaway as the play got kind of messed up there up high in the UMD zone. And Clevin came in. Pearson a great shoulder save with 14:25 to go in the first. RedHawks lead at 1-0 to Brian Silver goal. We're back in a moment. Miami Hockey on Red Hawk Radio. 14:25 to go in the first period. Patrick Geshan and Jack Schmelzinger back with it here inside Steve Cady Arena. Puck is on the right circle of the Miami zone. The face-off is won by Duluth to the far half wall, and then a shot from there by Colby Roth, deflected off the stick, up and out of play to give us another face-off in the RedHawks zone on the right circle with 14:19 to go in the first. It is 1-0 Miami over Minnesota-Duluth. On the Brian Silver goal unassisted, they rule. They got the scoring going a few minutes ago on the clock in this game. RedHawks win the draw on their own end, work it up the left wing through center ice. Into the far corner here, the UMD zone. Monty Graham is on it, spins it back behind the net here for Slatic. Left point, Sinnard with a puck. Left point, ripped a wrist shot wide left. Sinnard playing in his final home game in a Red Hawk uniform tonight. And the puck goes back into the Miami zone. Slatic up the near wing, the pass picked off. Gilling with a shot over the Red Hawk line right wing. And he followed up on his own rebound after a patch save on the wrister by Pearson. Gilling came in, high slot, fired the rebound shot. Ludwig handled that with his left hand in the glove. And it stops the clock here with 13:48 to go in the first. Casey Gilling back, of course, at Oxford after spending 4 years with the RedHawks up until last season. Right point, UMD wins the draw. Rail with it to the near half wall on the offensive end. Olsen back to rail center. Blue line drilled a shot that went off Ryquist's stick and deflected up in that far corner. Here come the RedHawks here up the ice. Over the line, left wing comes Red Savage with the puck for Miami. He gets stripped away though near corner. UMD, the soft clear all the way down the near wing of the ice. There'll be no icing here. Get deflected in the neutral zone, and Ryquist rims it around the boards far wing for Ryan Savage. And then Ryan trying to hit Red Savage's brother on a pass up the far wing through the neutral zone, deflected off his stick up into the UMD bench with 13:18 to go in our first period. One nothing Miami. Draw right at center ice is won by the Bulldogs. Jocks will get it to Gallatin, the left defenseman up the right wing. Tipped in by Bender in behind the Red Hawk net. Near corner with it, Moulton and Bender. Bender steals it away. Bender with a pass in front of the net. Gets it back behind. Left point, Gallatin, a rip. And somehow Pearson saw it on the slap shot through traffic. At least 4 people Pearson was looking through on that one. Gets his left glove up and makes the stop with 13:01 to go in the first period. And the draw will come to his right.
Duluth already has 10 shots on this game. It feels like they already have 3 or 4 really good scoring opportunities. RedHawks took the early lead in this one, but they're not going to hang on to it for very long if they don't make life a little bit easier on Ludwig Pearson.
Right.
I mean, he'll make 50 saves, but he's not going to, he's not a miracle worker. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It was really tough for him last night. Puck back into the center blue line for Duluth on a face-off win. Lelig shot it in, and Pearson made a nice save with his left pad on the wrister on the ice. Covered it up with 12:56 to go in the first. Trot coming to his left. I tell you, I'm really impressed by this crowd tonight. It's better than it was last night, and it's really hard to find an empty seat around this place.
Mm-hmm. Showing up to support the outgoing seniors is the Red Hawk faithful.
Yep. Impressive to see this crowd despite the Red Hawks record on the year. We've had some good crowds here this year throughout the entire season.
Imagine when they're good.
Yeah. Those days were fun.
Yeah.
Bender with it behind the net to the far corner. Try to get it in front to Jacques. UMD on the offensive zone here, but could not. Redhawks take it over high slot, work it out back to center. Bender over the Red Hawk line right wing. Jacques got a feed, try to get it middle there to Milmock. He got stripped to the puck, and we get a whistle here. Penalties coming up for hooking on Duluth. I believe Milmock hooked Silver on the far side of the neutral zone when the puck came in their direction. Milmock hooked Silver before the puck came to them and then stole it away. So it is Milmock going 2 minutes for hooking against Duluth. Miami to the power play for the first time tonight with 12:35 to go in the first, up 1-0.
A really good play by Brian Silver to draw that penalty. Just kept his feet moving in the neutral zone, picking up that puck, and he was about to go down on a 2-on-1. And Milmock hooked him instead. They'll get a power play.
Yep.
All because of Brian Silver. A great start to the game for the sophomore.
Derek Datsky through the far wing here for the RedHawks of his own zone. Miami power play again, their first try tonight. Fletcher over the Bulldog line here on the left wing. Will dump it into the far half wall. Greasock let it go to the right point for Barry. Give and go there with Daschke. Barry here up high in the slot with a near wing circle back. Daschke center blue line, top of the far circle. Fletcher back for Daschke, who tried to pass it top of the far circle for Barry. Got taken away there by Loney. Pushed back to center ice. And Fletcher feeds it near wing here for Derek Daschke. Back for Fletcher through the center circle. Will tear it over the Bulldog line on the right wing. Dish it off right point. Greasock skates it down the far boards with 1:05 to go in the power play for the RedHawks. Top of the far circle, Fletcher. Center blue line, Daschke. Fletcher shoots it, the one-timer. From the far circle, pad save by Fanti. Cleared out from the near corner by UMD as Anderson will send it all the way down into the Miami end.
You saw in that save from Fanti, the one-time attempt from P.J. Fletcher, he really had no trouble getting over there in time. Like we said last night, we'd like to see Miami try and use that bumper position a little bit because Ryan Fanti's really good moving laterally across the crease.
Yep. Miami in the offensive zone here with 33 to go in the power play. Far half wall is Ryan Savage. Gets it behind the net. Olmstead coughed it up there. Spun around the boards. All the way down the ice. Off the stick there of Minnesota-Duluth's number 2, Darian Goetz. And Pearson makes the stop here for Bray Crowder, the senior. 15 to go in the Miami power play. Crowder up the near wing. Chips it back here for Red Savage. Right wing pass to Hampus Ryquist. Trying to get it to Ryan Savage over the Bulldog line right wing, but a pass 5 feet in front of him. Minnesota-Duluth grabs it, and Gallett's in the clear all the way in on Pearson's net. Power play expires, so we're back to 5-on-5. 10:30 to go in the first. 1-0 Miami. Red Savage over the Bulldog line left wing. Gave it back here for Olmstead to the near half wall. Fires it wide left of Fanti's net. Over toward that far half wall. Moulton there squeezes in on Milmont. Can't steal the puck away in a battle. And it goes in behind here the Miami cage. Ryquist works it up the near wing. He's over the Bulldog line on the left wing. Near corner Ryquist. The backhand pass around the boards to the far half wall. Corbett there. Try to stick it down to the far corner for an open Monty Graham. Could not. In the way there was Gallatin in the passing lane. Gallatin fires it all the way down the ice. A right wing feed for Kobe Roth standing at the center ice red line. They could not connect. The pass behind Roth will go for a UMD icing with 9:55 to go in the first. Draw coming up to the left of Ryan Fanti. I just want to tell everybody we can't get any live stats here up in our booth tonight. MiamiRedHawks.com is currently down based on what I'm trying to do. Roth over the Red Hawk line on the right wing in the near corner. The centering pass in front for Monty Graham. Gets sticked to behind the net. Rail now near half wall for Duluth in the near corner. Takes this one toward the net on a drive at the goal line from the near side. Pearson there made the stop on the backhand lift shot by Kobe Roth. And we get a media timeout with 9:35 to go in the first. 1-0 Miami over UMD, and this is Miami Hockey on Red Hawk Radio. .9:35 to go, first period. Patrick Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger back with you here, high above the ice at Steve Cady Arena. 1-0 Miami over UMD on senior night from inside the building. RedHawks here with the puck far side of their own zone will work it out up the near wing of the center ice area, although it was stripped away there from Chase Pletzky. UMD with a soft up in near wing of the Miami zone. Moulton skates it out, dumps it in left side of the center ice red line to the UMD end. Near corner rail, plays it up in the near circle. Taken out there by Loney, hits low height on a pass, and over the Red Hawk line right wing is Milmock. Will hit the brakes near half wall, low height. Spins out for the near corner in the UMD offensive zone. Dishes to the near half wall for Pletzky. Up the near wing board, Sinnard feeds it middle. Here is Greasock. It's right to the center circle. Will dump it in near corner UMD zone. A full 5-man change here for the RedHawks. Puck in the slot in the UMD zone. Worked out to center. Biondi with it. Over the Red Hawk line, middle of the ice. Far circle working his way in is Olsen to the near corner of the Miami end. Olsen really unopposed here, gets it to the near circle. Biondi had it chipped off his stick, and Olmstead will race this one up the right wing. And Graham will play it over the Bulldog line here on the right wing and behind the UMD net. Taken over there by Goetz. Up the near wing, back to the neutral zone. Dasky on it for Miami. Right wing feed here for Ryquist up the right wing, and as Graham who chips it over the Bulldog line to the far corner. Wrapped around the boards by Goetz to the near wing. James there, had it stolen away. High slot Graham, offensive zone with a wrister there. Moving to his right, and Fancy makes the easy save on the soft shot from Graham without traffic to stop the clock with 8:04 to go in the first.
RedHawks looking a lot better in this first period, I would say, than we saw them look yesterday, especially in the last few minutes. I think they've really kind of taken over this game, where the big difference is, in my eyes, their defensemen able to fish that puck out of the corner, move it up the ice, playing well in the neutral zone and in the defensive zone, making tape-to-tape passes.
Right point, Dasky sends it down to the far corner. Miami the offensive zone win, and the left of Fanti. UMD though works it up the far wing. Here's Roth over the Red Hawk line, playing it in on Pearson to that far corner. Fletcher got it stolen away there by Roth. And that far side, little stick battle for it, far circle, ends up with Miami. Red Savage skates it up to the neutral zone, chips it over the UMD line on the right wing to the far corner rail. He's up that far wing. Cross ice look to Cates, gets stolen away. A left point shot by Dasky in the Miami offensive zone. Redhawks generate a turnover with it here in the offensive end. Dasky dishes back left point. Fletcher shoots it top of the near circle. Fanti got a glove on that. It spun its way behind the net, went to the far half wall. Cates will play it out here for UMD. The feed to rail right side, hits a pass to Anderson over the Red Hawk line on the left wing. We'll play it behind Pearson's net. UMD in a change right now, so Miami some time to work it out. Up the far wing with it is Barry through center ice, stolen away from behind though. Coming in there was Clevin. UMD works it over the Red Hawk line right wing. Kelly plays it to the near corner. Bender will play this one around the glass to the left point. As you got it, Corbett coming in there to try to steal it away from Gallatin. He did enough to get it back to center. UMD dumps it in over the Red Hawk line right wing. Pass to the far half wall. Gallatin got beat there by Ryan Savage to a loose puck. Savage trying to clear up the far boards. Went into the Miami bench to stop the clock here with 6:41 to go in the first period. Guess who's joining us here in the booth? It's Chuck Martin.
Oh. How's it going, Coach?
Again, David Saylor up here last night. Now we got Chuck Martin. Who's next?
I was super confused.
Far half wall with it here is Low Height. Plays it down to the far corner. Here's Loney with it. Behind the net. Bees it near circle. Low Height is shot, and it's in the pads there. Pearson makes the cover for UMD on their offensive end of the ice there. With the shot in from the near circle by the Bulldogs. 6:29 to go in the first. Shots are 11-7 UMD. Miami though leads the goal column 1-0.
Definitely keeping it closer on the shot totals than they did yesterday. That's a recipe to at least stay in this game for the RedHawks.
Where'd Chuck go?
It looked like he thought he was in our space.
Oh, come on.
He got a guilty look on his
You
face and
stay
walked
up
out.
here. Come on, Chuck.
I know, seriously. Even if it wasn't Chuck Martin.
It's an honor to have Chuck Martin in the booth with you. Give him a headset, you can listen in or have him on here.
Oh my God.
He'll do color with you.
Probably do a lot better than me. I don't even know if he knows anything about hockey.
Crowder far corner works it up for the RedHawks out of the zone. Right wing. Here's Graham over the RedHawk or the Bulldog line for Miami. Try to feed it across ice. Get tipped up but out of play. Off the stick of Greasock near wings. They'll probably bring this draw back the neutral zone, but I guess they're going to say it's going to stay in the Miami offensive end here with 6:14 to go in the first to the right of Fanti. I mean, we have Miami royalty up here with us every night. You got David Saylor, you got Chuck coming up with us. Jude Kelly comes up here all the time.
We got a pretty good spot over here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Dave Starman was up here just last weekend.
Right?
If you want to see some famous people, come up, hang with me and Patrick.
Olsen with it here behind the UMD net to the far corner. Dishes off for Darian Goetz. Up the near wing to the half wall. Kaiser lifts it out back to center. Beyond the left wing over the Red Hawk line. Here comes Dominic James. Shoots it in. Nice save by Pearson to the far corner. Rims it around the boards to the near half wall. Goetz plays it down near corner. Beyond on the puck here for UMD. Skates it up the near wing. Spins it around behind the net. To the far corner, UMD offensive zone. James back for Olsen. Get hit there by Donato. Left point with it now. Kaiser slides it right point. Goetz shoots it wide left of the net. Well wide left of the net. Picked up far half wall. Chipped out back to center there by Griesok. And dumped in by UMD from the left wing cross corner near side of the Miami zone. Bulldogs changing, so Miami breaks it out. Barbolini over the Bulldog line here on the left wing. Try to center it over for Red Savage. Could not connect. Anderson got the way of the pass in front of his own net. Right point now, Reichquist will shoot it high and off the glass. And the wrister there, top right corner. He was looking on Fanti's cage. Anderson lifts it out back to center. He was hit there by Barbolini in the far corner. Now Anderson will get out the lob wedge here. It's not the pitching wedge, the lob wedge. To play it out to center ice. The RedHawks actually ended up with that in their bench. So it went the water hazard there for UMD trying to clear from their own zone. On the far side with 4:54 to go in the first, we'll get a neutralized draw after this timeout. 1-0 Miami over UMD, and this is Miami Hockey on Red Hawk Radio. .54 to go, first period. Miami 1, UMD nothing on senior night inside Steve Cady Arena. Patrick Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger back with you here. High above the ice. Inside a pretty full Steve Cady Arena tonight. Draw to the left of Ryan Fanti in the UMD net. It'll feature Carter Loney against Miami's Monty Graham. Graham wins it behind him in the circle. They tie up for it, and UMD able to work it out to center. Off the stick there of Gallatin back into the Miami zone. Right corner with it is Reichquist. Lifts it out to neutralize. Kelly back on it here for UMD. Left wing feed to Gallatin, his D partner. And up the far wing, low height, gonna play it forward into the Miami zone, but right to the stick of Sladek. Near wing now is Dasky. Sladek for the RedHawks through the center circle. Right wing feed over the Bulldog line. Chipped in there by Monty Graham to the far corner. Kelly lifts it out to the right point. Reichquist there, fan on a wrist shot right side near the blue line. So here come the Bulldogs over the RedHawk line on the right wing. Low height plays it to the near corner. Milmock is on it now. Walks it up the boards, and we'll play this one. A pass to the left point that was right of Gallatin. He'll have to take it out back to center. Could not keep it in the zone. RedHawks end up with a puck in their own end. Moulton will skin it over the Bulldog line. Left wing, hit at the half wall by Goetz. Went to the near corner. Kaiser plays it near circle. Here's Gilling. With inside 4 to go in our first period, Miami leads it 1-0. Goetz to the far half wall. Milmock let it go off his stick to the far corner. Played in the far circle by Pletsky, who got it taken away from him by Kaiser. Worked up the near wing now by Gilling, out back to center ice for UMD over the RedHawk line right wing. Moulton stolen away from him on a good stick check. Clement back for Moulton in his own end. Near wing pass for Pletsky over the Bulldog line left wing to the near corner. Kaiser there will backhand it up the near side boards for Gilling. Gilling tripped up by Matt Barry coming up the ice. And the near circle, the Bulldog zone. That'll be a call, a very easy one to make by Dan Drager. 3:20 to go in the first. Miami will be short-handed here for 2 minutes on the Matt Barry minor for tripping. Which will put UMD on their second power play of the game. They are 0 for 1 in that category tonight. So the draw to Pearson's right here. Got 3:20 left in the first. And the RedHawks will have to kill yet again. Real delay here. I don't know what exactly was going on. Logan Belgraf, the linesman, went over to the Miami bench. They needed something. They got it. So the draw to the right of Pearson. Red Savage will lose it to Jacques. UMD works it here, right point. Olsen on it for UMD to the near corner. Give and go play there for Dominic James. Center blue line Kaiser. Left point to Milmont. Pass through the middle. Picked off there by Barbolini, and he will dump it down the ice in behind the UMD net. To start the PK here for the RedHawks. Kaiser out of his own end. Dishes back for UMD. With it here, Biondi over the RedHawk line, middle of the ice. Chips it forward and on Pearson. Little soft play there that Ludwig covers up without any trouble. And it'll stop play with 2:51 to go in the first, 1:32 to go in the power play.
Ludwig Pearson standing strong so far would be good for the RedHawks. We always talk about it. You have the lead late in the period. You want to go into the intermission with the lead. Hopefully Pearson stands strong these next 2.5 minutes or so.
Yep. Toronto is left coming up. Monty Graham in it for Miami with his former teammate Casey Gilling. Back to the right point for Gallatin. UMD wins the draw. Far circle, a rip there by Bender, the one-timer that went to the near corner, wide of the net. It rimmed its way all the way up the boards into the UMD zone. So Gallatin back to the far half wall here for Noah Cates. UMD trying to work it out of their own end on the power play. Bender here through the center ice area. Over the RedHawk line right wing. Gilling, room to skate through the near circle, but never got a shot off. Graham came in from behind with a good stick check there to prevent that. Far circle Roth. High slot Gallatin. Gilling now in the near circle with less than a minute to go on the power play. Feeds it in front for Cates. Rebound by Kobe Roth and Pearson there to make the stop. As we get a whistle here for the stoppage, little pushing and shoving after the play. He had Cates get the pass near post of the Miami net. Took it from the backhand to the forehand. The left-handed player shot it off Pearson's chest. And the rebound was also saved by Ludwig with his chest too. He was kind of on his back there to make the save and stop the clock. 2:14 left in the first.
Yeah, another couple really good saves from Ludwig Pearson. He looks really in control tonight, really staying within himself in his net. I think that's something that we saw a lot last year.
Yep.
Maybe a little more comfortable for Pearson right now.
RedHawks clear up the draw near circle their own zone. So 40 left here in this UMD power play with 2 minutes even left in the first period. Bender with it over the RedHawk line. Right wing will dump it cross corner. Clement spins around to get it out to center. Sets up a breakaway. Red Savage in on goal. Will rip it wide left of the net. On the wrister there, trying to go backhand, forehand. The left-handed shot went to the left of the post. Inside Fanti's net. UMD works in near circle. Cates, the shot. Roth picks it up off the end boards. It's at right point here for Gallatin. Skates at center blue line. Pass far circle here for Roth. 8 to go in the power play for UMD. Left point Gallatin with the puck now for the Bulldogs. Far half wall. Roth sends a shot in. Pearson the right pad save. Clement can't clear. Kept in left point by Gallatin. But the power play over for the Bulldogs. Pass through the middle. Get picked off by Sinnard. Feeds it near wing through center ice. Matt Berry had it stripped out of his skates there by Roth. Roth with it out for UMD. Will take it back to his own end. Dish it for Goetz. Near circle the Bulldog zone with exactly a minute to go now in the first. Olsen with it over the RedHawk line on the right wing. Dishes back here for James. James near corner to the right point. Goetz shatters his stick on a one-time slap shot. Resock picks it up for the RedHawks near half wall. Works it out back to center. Up the near wing. Biondi. Played it to Barry. Left wing is Pletzky over the Bulldog line. Barry back for Pletzky near circle in front. Get tipped there. Resock coming down the middle looking for a one-timer. Crowder left point fires a shot deflected to the near corner. Resock picks it up here with 28 to go in the first period. Playing it middle to the far corner. Moulton there to pick it up for Miami. He got messed with hard by Kaiser. We're going to call it up here, and Moulton is down on the ice. I don't know if Kaiser stepped on him or what happened there. Moulton was on the ice. Kaiser maybe hit him over and then whacked him with his stick. I had some trouble Trying to see that through people there on the far side of the ice of the Miami offensive zone. Nonetheless, the RedHawks going to a power play here with 22.2 seconds left in the first period. 2 minutes for indirect contact to the head. I think what happened is Moulton went to the ice in that far corner. There was a battle going on there, and then Kaiser did something with his leg, I think, to hit Moulton in the head while he was on the ice, laying face down.
Yeah, it looked like Kaiser got his foot or even the blade of his skate maybe around the cage area of Moulton's helmet. He's lucky we're not playing youth USA hockey, because I know in that, anytime you accidentally kick someone, that's like a month suspension, really bad stuff, but he'll just sit for 2.
So Miami will get a power play here in a large chunk of time in it. It's going to be on fresh ice in the second. You have 13 to go in the first period right now. Fletcher right point to the far half wall for Barbolini. Fletcher give and go to Barbolini. It's now center blue line for Dasky. Fletcher one-timer far circle. Fanti got it there, and his right shoulder went behind the net, and then Barry a nasty hit right at the buzzer up high on Anderson, and that's going to be a call. So there goes the Miami power play. I don't know if they're going to put any more time back on the clock here in the first. We will see that. The buzzer did sound there before the call was made, so keep it right here. We'll figure out what's going to happen. We'll get our call announcement from Darren Traeger, the referee who made that call in the near corner. The puck went off Fanti's shoulder, popped up probably 20 feet in the air, came down behind the UMD net, and then he had Barry come in and just slam Anderson kind of from behind the net there. Not a good hit for Matt Barry of the RedHawks. Looks like the time will officially run out here in the first, so we have the first intermission. Darren Traeger still yet to give the call, though, on this penalty. It came, though, with 1:38 to go in the Miami power play, so that wipes out the RedHawk power play on fresh ice to start the second. And this might be one they need to review.
Yeah, not a good play from Matt Barry. Anderson was reaching up to try and catch that puck, or at least bat it down, and he kind of looked like a defenseless wide receiver. Barry just comes in and slams him. Pretty ugly play. I would say that's at least deserving of 2, and we'll see if they look at it for anything else.
No announcement from the referees, so all skate into their locker room here to get us into our first intermission.
Yeah, they haven't put it up on the board. Oh, there they go.
2 minutes. Let's see if our stats are back up to try to figure out what exactly the call was there. So after 20 minutes here for Oxford, Ohio, it is 1-0 Miami over UMD. They say boarding is the announcement from Scott Schreiber in the arena. So Barry got a 2-minute call for boarding. In my opinion, that's a good call. It's kind of a dangerous hit from behind there on Anderson. He got a call that it was up high against the boards from behind, something that is worth probably 2 minutes against Barry, but nonetheless wraps up a Miami power play. We'll skate 4-on-4 to start the second. 1 minute 38 seconds to that. Overall, your thoughts on Miami's first period?
Yeah, I think one thing about Barry, like you said, you definitely would expect a senior player to have a little more awareness there, realize how big that minute and 38 seconds of power play time is for the RedHawks on fresh ice, like you mentioned. That hit was unnecessary. It had nothing to do with the puck, really, and time was running out anyway. Didn't need to do that for Matt Barry, but a pretty good period from the RedHawks. They kept it close on the shot totals. They are actually up on the scoreboard. Ludwig Pearson keeping them in this game once again. Hopefully they come out for the second as strong as they finish the first.
We should hope, as 0 for 2 on the power play, or 0 for 1, I should say, on the power play, are both teams in that first period. Shots after the first 20 minutes are 15-9 in favor of Minnesota-Duluth, and 13-9 the face-offs won by Duluth in that opening 20 minutes. So yeah, can Miami keep up the lead here? Can they play well 4-on-4 to start the second? And can Miami continue what I think is much better defensive zone play than we saw last night?
Yeah, I agree. They're really putting a lot of pressure on these Duluth Bulldogs in the defensive zone, and you can see, I mean, at this point last night, Duluth already had 23 or 24 shots on net. They're down to 15, so RedHawks definitely, like you said, playing a lot better in that defensive zone. And in that defensive zone, they're doing a lot better controlling the puck and moving it up ice too. Recipes for success for the RedHawks.
So we'll see what happens in the second. That comes your way in about 12 minutes or so here on Red Hawk Radio. Stay with us. Our first intermission from Steve Cady Arena. Miami up 1-0 after 20. And this is Miami Hockey on Red Hawk Radio.
Warma.
Ready to start our second period here from Oxford, Ohio. Miami 1, UMD nothing. And we will start our second frame 4-on-4 for a minute and 38 seconds. Patrick Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger back in here, high above the ice. Inside Steve Cady Arena. And the RedHawks with the Brian Silver goal there earlier on in the first period. Would love to come out in the second here with a good start.
Yeah, it'd be a lot easier if they had that minute 38 seconds of power play time. Instead, they're going to be 4-on-4. I think the RedHawks just need to keep doing what they're doing and hope Ludwig Pearson stays hot in that.
Yep. The RedHawks move left to right across your radio in our middle frame of the game. Center ice faceoff features Casey Gilling and Red Savage. One back by Red Savage, but right to Noah Cates, who exploded up the left wing to steal it away there for UMD. It goes in behind the RedHawk net. Daschke here in the far corner. We'll play it middle in the RedHawk zone for Hampus Reichwist. Skates over the Bulldog line. Here on the right wing, Reichwist, the shot from kind of a bad angle. Glove save made there by Ryan Fancy, who makes the stop with 19:41 to go in the second, 1:20 left in our 4-on-4 time.
Pretty good play by Hampus Reichwist there, carrying the puck up the right side. Makes a couple moves to keep those UMD defenders off balance, able to get a shot on net. Like you said, not from a great spot, but we've seen those go in before.
Yeah.
And you'll never say no to an offensive zone draw.
Nope. RedHawks win, but it's back out to center. Barbolini got it near the blue line, but could not keep it in. A little bit too hot for him to handle. RedHawks turn it over right at center ice as Daschke passed it right to Louis Rail, right wing of the center ice red line. Rail chips it over the RedHawk line near wing to the corner. Grabbed here by Hampus Reichwist. With the puck, feeds it over in the near circle for Daschke up the near wing for Red Savage. Savage with the puck back in the RedHawk zone. He and Anderson got a lock up for it. Savage up the near wing through center ice over the Bulldog line on the right side. Blew a tire. Coming into the zone, Daschke was there for support. Could not get the puck though, and Rail now with it far away for UMD in his own end. One off his stick. Daschke picks it up at the offensive zone with a shot. Top of the far circle, and Fanti there with a chest save. Right point with it now. Clement shoots it in. Blocked down by traffic in front. You had Red Savage in it there and went to the near corner. James picks it up for UMD. Near side pass. Anderson works it middle, and up the wing comes Olsen over the RedHawk line here on the left wing. Olsen near circle with a shot over the top right corner of the net there against Pearson. Puck over on the far half wall. Clement and Jocks lock up for it. One by UMD, work it out back to center. Gallatin plays it back in his own end. You have Kelly with it now for UMD. Gave it up for Gallatin. Back over on the far side is Kelly. Gallatin through the center circle. Dumps it in over the RedHawk line on the left wing. Goes to the far corner. Fletcher picks it up. Plays it near half wall. Greasock will spin it all the way down the ice. We are back to 5-on-5. All the penalties are over with now. So UMD had that power play there for about 20 seconds or so. But again, back to 5-on-5. Spun out back to the right point. This one scanning through the center ice area. Greasock had poked away from him. Off the stick of Kobe Bender. Back into the Miami end. Behind the net, Pearson wraps it around the far wing boards. Back out to center. Greasock Kind of went off his stick to Milmock. UMD now will cycle in the far wing of their own zone. Played up the right wing. Loney chips it near corner of the Miami end. Clement to the far corner now for Moulton. Plays it up the far side. Pletzky now for Monty Graham. Left wing for Pletzky over the Bulldog line. Back for Graham in the far circle. We'll take a hold of it here over to that far corner. You had Goetz in there for UMD. Battling with Loney. Graham and Ryan Savage tie up for it here for the RedHawks below the UMD net. Graham takes it over for Miami to the near corner. Ryan Savage back to the right point. Crowder slides it left point. Shot in there by Donato, wide left to the net. Goes right point. Crowder spins it around the boards to the far corner. Now the half wall Bender chips it up left point. Graham gloves it down. Works it down that far half wall. Bender lifts it out back to center. Graham played it with a high stick. After it was cleared out by Bender, it was above the shoulders for sure. And so the face-off here after Graham touched it following that will come into the Miami zone to the left of Pearson with 16:40 left in the second.
I think the RedHawks have really controlled play here early in the second period. A really good job for them in the neutral zone, both facets of the game, putting a lot of pressure on UMD as they try to get into their own zone. RedHawks also doing a good job carrying the puck into their own zone.
Yep. Trot to the left of Pearson. Bulldogs went in the offensive zone. Lelling slides it down the far wing. Comey Roth stopped it behind Pearson's net. Here's Barry with it now for Miami. Worked it in behind the cage. Reichwist spins it around the boards to the far half wall. Dasky up the far wing all the way down the ice. Could not connect on anybody with a pass, but I guess it deflected maybe off Roth's stick there. Far side of the neutral zone. No icing. UMD up the left wing over the RedHawk line. Roth dishes near wing. Cates through the near circle. The weak shot in there on Pearson, who made a left pad kick save. Now Reichwist with it through the neutral zone on the right wing. Will dump it into the far corner of the UMD end. Sladek with it here in that far corner. Plays it up to Lelling below the goal line. Sladek back to the left point. Dasky shoots it. Nice save there by Fanti. Dished it to the near corner. Right point with it now is Savage. Shoots it in. Far side. Sladek there got a deflection to his stick in the far circle on the shot. In the slot, went over two in the far half wall. The Sladek kind of a swing and a miss. And you got a battle for it now here. Three Duluth Bulldogs in there with two Miami RedHawks. The far half wall of the Bulldog zone. Sladek trying to work it out. Savage here, top of the far circle. Barbolini ripped it over the net wide. Here's Clement, right point, down the near corner. Barbolini let it go around the boards to the far half wall where it's Moulton crashing in with Cates. Cates lifts it out back to center. Here's Gilling on a rush over the RedHawk line right wing. Gilling far circle. Hits the break to the far corner. Working here with Clement. And Clement, good job to block Gilling there from a pass. And a centering feed over to Gallatin. Worked here in the slot. Moulton plays it left wing. Barbolini through the center ice area. Taken away there by Duluth. And up the wing comes Biondi over the RedHawk line right wing. Biondi in the far corner. Moulton will hit him. James in behind the net for Red Savage. Right point with it now is Kaiser. Will shoot it toward the slot. Biondi there stopped it. Savage got in the way, and it was Red who made the play to get it out to center as he stripped it from Biondi, lifted it out to the neutral zone. Kaiser plays it forward for UMD. Back to the center ice area. With it now in the circle, chipping over the RedHawk line. Left wing is Goetz in behind the Miami net. Went to the near corner. There's Fletcher up to the left point. Anderson spins around and shoots, deflected by Biondi toward the far corner. Right point with it now. A shot that came in there by Goetz, blocked down by Pletzky. Very high slot. Never mind, it was Barbolini actually. Was a bit shaken up going back to the bench. Olsen far circle for Duluth offensive end. Could not connect there on a pass to Bender, and here comes Miami up the near wing through center. Graham will chip it over the Bulldog line on the right wing and behind the net. Rail picks it up for UMD, feeds it middle. Here's Clevin, right wing over the RedHawk line with a puck. Bender played it through the far circle. Sinnard picked it off there, and Rail will send it far corner. Sinnard the backhand play to the near side, and in the corner is Jacques. Clevin now locked up against the boards there with Corbett. You have Crowder playing it up to the left point. Gallatin gloves it down. Right point now, Rail walks it down to the middle. The play in front went off the stick of Silver. Picked up here by the RedHawks near away in the offensive zone as Corbett hit hard there at the left point by Gallatin, but both of them will kind of push and shove as the puck goes to the near corner and behind the Miami net. It's played in front toward the slot. Silver picks up the loose biscuit, get hit by Gallatin. Loose puck near circle. Graham will pick that off. Silver at the center ice red line. Will dump it in far corner of the UMD zone with 13:02 to go in the second. Miami 1, UMD nothing.
Feels like total chaos out on the ice right now.
There's no order to anything.
Yeah.
Far corner, Kelly in the UMD zone works it up the left wing, and it was picked off there by Dasky at the blue line. Tried to feed it cross ice for Rydquist to let it go behind him.
Oh.
And we get a whistle here as the puck went up and out of play.
I think it might have caught a linesman up around the face area.
So it did not go out of play. I beg your pardon. It was dumped in by Rydquist up the right wing near the penalty boxes, and standing at the near side of the blue line going into the Bulldog zone was Logan Belgraf, the linesman, who got nailed right in the face with the puck. And I've been there before. I know exactly what that feels like.
Oh my God, yeah.
Belgraf, our buddy, who's a golf pro in TPC, Michigan. We talked about that last night. I'm sure he's been hit by a golf ball more than once in his life, so he's fine. Walking over toward the bench with Drew Ruckelshaus shaking it off, so Belgraf will stay in. Good to see that. Media timeout, 12:43 to go in the second. 1-0 Miami. It's Red Hawk Hockey on Red Hawk Radio. .43 to go in the second. Draw coming here out of our timeout to the neutralized face-off dot on the Bulldog left wing close to their blue line. RedHawks working over the Bulldog line right wing. Grisak is shot. Nice pad save was made there by Fancy as it went to the near corner. The linesman Logan Belgraf, who got injured going into that timeout, is back out on the ice. He's fine. Puck goes far corner here in the Miami offensive zone. Worked out up the right wing by the Bulldogs. Clevin chases down here in the far corner. As Rydquist will steal it away from him, push it up the boards far wing. Taken over by Barry. Plays it up Grisak. 3-on-1 the other way. Grisak far circle. Shoots and scores! RedHawks turn it over on the far side of their own zone. Worked it up the left wing through the neutral zone. Chase Grisak took it over the Bulldog line and ripped a wrister on the glove side of Fanti. Barely over his left pad. And with 12:07 to go in the second, it's Miami 2, UMD nothing.
Oh, what a shot from Chase Grisak to beat a goalie as good as Ryan Fanti, as big as Ryan Fanti. That one had to be perfectly placed. We saw Fanti fire that puck off the end boards right after it went in. He's really frustrated back there to get some more pucks on net, because a frustrated goalie is the type of goalie you like to shoot on.
That is true. 12:05 to go now here in the second period. 2-0 Miami, who trails the shots 17-14 to UMD. We got a call here coming up against the RedHawks right after the center ice face-off against Barbolini.
I mean, I don't even know what that could be for. It literally played for 1 second.
Tripping on Barbolini. I didn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, when you score your second goal, go up 2 against a top 10 team in the country, taking a trip on the ensuing center right face-off, not a really smart play there from Barbolini.
Yep. So the puck in the neutral zone. Bulldogs back to the power play. They're 0 for 3 on the power play tonight. RedHawks running around the boards to the far half wall. Gilling is on it here in the far corner for UMD. Spins it up to the right point. With it there was Bender, gets stripped away. Here comes Red Savage over the Bulldog line left wing. Savage to the far circle, drops it off. Saved there by Fanti on the shot by Corbett that came over from the far circle. It goes to the far corner here in the UMD zone. Roth is on it for the Bulldogs. Skates it up through the center ice area. Over the RedHawk line, left wing, stripped away there by Rydquist. Puck out back to center. Rydquist will play this one in the far corner of the Miami zone. He and Roth will crash in toward the puck in a little battle here, 2 against 2. Squirts up that far wing. Here is Rydquist, takes it over, rips it off the glass, up the right side into the UMD zone to clear on the power play. 57 seconds are left in the Bulldog man advantage. You have 10:55 to go here in the second. Kelly rips it back. James over the RedHawk line here on the left wing. Will play it to the far circle. Milmock on it here. High slot Kelly back over on the far wing with it was James. Now near circle Olsen. Kelly for James, far circle. He ripped a one-timer. Blocked down in front by Pletzky, but he can't clear at the blue line. Kelly kept it in. Right point, Kelly with a puck to the left point. Olsen walks in, faked a one-timer. Back for Kelly, high slot, far circle. James playing it in front, and it went through the stick there to Biondi. Bulldogs will keep it in, far circle. James a rip on a one-time feed from Kelly at the center blue line. It went wide all the way back down the ice. You got 5 to go now in this power play for UMD with 10:08 to go in the second. James takes over for the Bulldogs through the neutral zone. The power play expires, and we're back to 5-on-5, exactly halfway through this hockey game. 2-0 Miami on top.
A ton of pressure on that RedHawk penalty kill. It makes me think maybe they just don't respect this UMD power play that much.
It's a good power play, too. Jacks over the RedHawk line, right wing, shoots it in, top of the far circle. A snapper there that's handled by the chest of Pearson, who makes the stop, and we'll have a media timeout here with 9:43 left in the second. RedHawks kill it off. They're on top, 2-0 over the Minnesota-Duluth Bulldogs. This is Miami Hockey on RedHawk Radio. .9:43 to go here in the second period. 2-0 Miami over Minnesota-Duluth. Patrick Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger back with you here, high above the ice. Inside Steve Cady Arena, just past the halfway point of this game. Gerard coming to Pearson's left in the RedHawks zone here out of our timeout. Bulldogs win it toward the near corner. Worked out by Gold to the left point, but taken over here by Fletcher. Down the wing on the right side. Fletcher, high slot. Clement, the shot. Rebound in front of Fancy, cleared away by Clement. Right point now, Ryan Savage shoots it. Went off a leg to the left point. Bolton on it here, center blue line Fletcher trying to play it in, went off a body in front. Bulldogs lift it out. Here's a play up ahead, spinning around Bender near circle with a shot. Right pad saved by Pearson, and it went behind his net. Far corner on it here is Noah Cates for UMD. Well, playing in front, went off the boards to the left point. Anderson rips it, went off his skate. Over the net right side of the far corner. Cates up here for UMD. We'll play it out back to center ice. Cates ties up there with Fletcher. Now it's Gilling right side for Cates. Over the RedHawk line left side. Roth dishes back. Anderson a shot. And a nice save there by Pearson, who has it in the glove with 8:49 to go in the second. And it's 2-0 Miami over UMD as Pearson has saved all 20 UMD shots tonight.
Pearson looking totally calm and in control. It almost seemed like he knew where that shot was going to be before it even left the stick. And honestly, I would say that Ryan Fanty's life has probably been harder for the Bulldogs, at least in the second period. Yep. He has been tested a little more even than Pearson has.
Trog coming to Ludwig's right here. And with 8:49 to go in the second, Miami trying to grab a win here on senior night tonight. Their final home game before hitting the road to Western Michigan next weekend. Here's Circle Silver with the puck here for Miami. Works it up the near wing through center ice. Over the Bulldog line right wing. Tripped up. Call coming here. Gallatin got his stick right in the feet of Brian Silver. One of the RedHawk goal scorers tonight, and that will bring Miami to the power play. Their second chance of the game with 8:40 to go here in the second.
Such another great play from Brian Silver. I think you can really see him earning his teammates' respect here today, getting a lot of high fives on the way to the bench. Same from Coach Chris Bergeron, just keeps his feet moving and able to draw that trip. Second one of the game. Fast players make plays. Brian Silver's a fast player.
Yep. So the draw coming to the left of Fanti, a Miami power play that's officially 0 for 3 tonight. That includes a full 2-minute power play and then about a 20-second power play. So UMD with the face-off win near side of their own zone. They clear it down the ice. RedHawks cough it up. Low height will shoot it far half wall. The offensive zone for UMD. Pearson handled that with his left pad. Here comes Dasky skating out of the near wing for the RedHawks with it. Through center and over the Bulldog line. This is right wing for Greasock. Chips it back right point. Barry through the slot. Will fan on a shot. Top of the far circle. Dasky back for Barry far half wall. Dasky left point. Slides it right point. Here's Fletcher with it. Dasky center blue line. Far circle Barry in front. Gets sticked there to the near corner. Fletcher picks it up to the right point for Dasky. Dasky with it. Far circle Barry. Slides it through the middle. Went off his stick there of low height. Now up high, Dasky. Near circle, Fletcher to the goal line. Barbolini in front, they score! Barbolini standing on the near post. Got it to the far side of the crease, where Matt Perry one-timed it over the blocker side of Ryan Fanti, top shelf. And with 7:44 to go in the second, Miami 3, UMD nothing on the RedHawk power play goal. Just a quick play in front for Barry on the near post. After he got the feed in from Fletcher near circle, and Barry slid it across the crease to the far wing. Beg your pardon, it's Barbolini who slid across the crease to the far wing, and Barry there will slide it through for the goal on the far post of Fanti's net. 3-0 Miami over UMD.
Patrick, I hate to risk jinxing things, but I think this has to be probably one of the most complete periods we've seen the RedHawks play all season.
100%. Kaiser with it here behind his net for UMD. Slides it to the near corner. Jacques is on it here for the Bulldogs. Gets stolen away there by Graham in the near corner. As the puck is worked here in behind the net in the UMD zone. Now a near corner battle. You get Graham and Olmstead in there for the RedHawks. Gates and Jacques are in there for UMD. Now Kaiser steals it away for the Bulldogs over toward that far corner. We'll play it up high here. Bender now on it for UMD. With a man up ahead. Jacques with it near circle. Drive to the net. Pat St. Pearson. He was penalized from behind there by Bray Crowder for a slash. Crowder's stick broke. So yeah, the Bulldogs work it up the near wing through the neutral zone. Jacques kind of feed ahead with room to skate up the left wing. Drove through the near circle of the Miami zone and went to the net. Never really got a shot off on Pearson, but that's because he was slashed there from behind by Bray Crowder. It was Crowder's stick that broke on the play, not Jacques. And so with 6:38 to go here in the second, we get a 3-0 Miami lead, and the Bulldogs a chance to answer on a power play of their own.
And wow, Crowder's 6'6", 210 pounds. I would not want to be the guy who got two-handed so hard by his stick that it broke.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs on the draw here in the offensive zone. They're 0 for 4 on the man advantage tonight. Far circle with it is Olsen. Dishes back right point. Clement on it here. Back for Olsen. Far half wall. Left point James. Far side Olsen. Let it go off his stick to the far half wall. Olsen to the far corner now on it. Here's Milmock for the Bulldogs in the offensive zone. Now right point. With it here's Kelly. Top the near circle for James. Stick handles his way to the near corner. This is back for Kelly. Shoots it. Now he wrister there. Glove save made by Pearson. 6:06 to go in the second. And the clock is stopped.
This is a spot the RedHawks really have not been in hardly at all this year. even they're not even that used to playing with leads, but playing with 3-goal leads. Really a rare situation for them. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to hold on here. They've had a lot of trouble playing with leads all season, especially as we get late into games. But you have to think at some point they're going to have so much insurance that it's hard to come back.
Right. 1:29 to go on this power play here for UMD. Gallatin left point, slides in right point. Bulldogs work it down the far wing. Bender trying to slide it in front, went far corner. Killing down the far circle, played it back. Gallatin center blue line, shoots it off the legs there. Graham popped out back to center. Bender on it here for UMD. Will scan it through the center ice circle. Dish it left wing for Roth. Over the Red Hawk line, the near corner. Bender up left point for Gallatin. Slides it right point, walk it in. A shot there to the right of the net by Gilling, went wide. Bender now near half wall for UMD. Works it back to the far wing. A shot there came in from Gilling in the far circle, went wide left of the net. Gallatin left point, playing it forward. He got Rydquist, who picked it off, threw it out back to center. With 43 to go in the power play here for UMD. Redhawks get a hold of it in the center circle, and Graham clears all the way down into the Bulldog zone. Gallatin skates it through the near wing of center ice. Dishes back here for Gates. Over the Red Hawk line left wing. Roth dishes back left point. Gallatin below the goal line here. Gates behind the net for Miami, or for UMD behind the Miami net. Gallatin left point, down the near wing board to the corner. Dished it behind the cage. Gates near circle. Roth let it go off the stick. Up high here on the left point. Roth back in play over to Kaiser right point with a drive right of the net. This one goes to the far corner where Pletzky picks it up. Roofs it all the way down the ice, and that does it here for the power play for UMD. Redhawks kill it off in a Bulldog power play. It's 0 for 5 on the night tonight. 4.5 to go in the second. Miami up 3-0.
Huge penalty kill for the Redhawks. This building is really into this game too. A lot of momentum right now for Miami.
Back in the near corner here in the Miami zone. Picked up left point by Kaiser. He got a feed from Biondi. Sent a shot wide left. Fletcher here will lift it out back to center ice. In his own zone with it here for UMD, Darian Goetz. Kaiser back for Goetz, far circle, lifts it up the right wing boards, chipped it over the line here to the Miami zone. You got Donato who kind of copped it up behind the net. Olsen near circle with a shot, went off Donato's leg, popped out back to center. And Anderson on it here for UMD. Right wing rail, dumps it in behind the net. Pearson on it now for Miami, spins it around the glass to the far half wall. Perhaps here by low height. Now the Redhawks move it toward the middle. Anderson got it for UMD, dumps it over the Red Hawk line, left wing to the far half wall. Donato on it here, left wing for Fletcher. Now near side is Ryan Savage. Gets the center ice red line, dumps it in far corner. Rail will spin this one to the near wing. Here is Rydquist in his own net for the Redhawks. Far side for Dasky, back for Rydquist, middle of the ice. Right wing feed for Corbett, who got hit up high there by low height. The arms will stay down. In the neutral zone, Corbett is up okay. UMD works up the near wing through center. Jacques dumps it in over the Red Hawk line left wing. Greasock behind his net with the puck for Miami. Kicks it far corner. Dasky's on it here, lifts it off glass. Back to center. Right wing is Kelly, hit there by Barry. Corbett picks it up for Miami, trying to spin it down those far wing boards. Could not. Cates grabs it for UMD over the Red Hawk line here on the right wing. Far corner, Cates and Rydquist crash in. Barry now with it for the Redhawks behind the net. Dishes near wing. We got a whistle. We got penalties coming up here as he had a shoving match in the far corner between Cates and Hampus Rydquist.
And are they just going to take Cates?
I guess so. He's the only guy skating toward the box. And it looks like Miami will to the power play here with 2:39 to go in the second. 2 minutes tripping on Cates, so Cates must have tripped him up. Rydquist in the far corner, and then they got into a shoving match there. 2:39 to go again in the second. 3-0 Miami to the power play. And we come back, Miami Hockey on Red Hawk Radio. 2:39 to go, second period, and it is a 3-0 lead for the Miami RedHawks. A power play here for Miami. The Noah Cates minor for tripping that brought us into our timeout, so Miami is on the man advantage here. In the later stages of our second period, Patrick Geshan and Jack Schmelzinger back with you inside Steve Cady Arena. So, RedHawks through center ice. Barry over the Bulldog line right wing, try to flip it past middle, and it went back to the neutral zone. Barbolini picks it up here, left it back for Derek Dasky, and he will skate it near circle for Miami through the neutral zone. This is back here for Barry over the Bulldog line, left wing. Barbolini, we're going to whistle for an offside as the pass went behind Barbolini, who jumped into the zone, and then an offside was called there. So Barbolini jumped ahead of the puck going into the offensive zone there for the RedHawks. Gerard coming up on the UND right wing, closest to their blue line with 1:58 to go in the second. Lean went back for Barbolini here in the near circle, where Fletcher will play this one deep in behind the UND net. Fanti on it. Rims it around the boards. Up back towards center ice. Dasky on it here for Miami in the near circle. Leaves it behind the net. Dasky up down through that near side of the Miami zone. Will dish it back here with 58 to go on the power play for the RedHawks. Barry left wing feed. Fletcher blazing it over the Bulldog line to the near corner. Dreesock crashes in there with Kaiser. As you get a little tie up for it here near half wall of the UND zone. Squirts out middle. Olsen with it for the Bulldogs. Over the RedHawk line right wing. Olsen here in the far corner will make his way in behind the RedHawk net. He and Fletcher kind of tie up for it there in a board battle. You got Barbolini laying a hit as well. This comes with 30 seconds to go in the Miami power play. Fletcher will skate it out through center. Over the Bulldog line left wing. Barry down low in the far corner. Fletcher on it here for the RedHawks. Near half wall for Moulton. Far circle now Barry with 15 to go in the power play. At 52 seconds to go in the second. Restock near circle. Fletcher kicks it off his right foot. Sent it through the slot. Nobody there though for Miami. Far half wall, you get Restock on the puck now for the RedHawks. This is far corner. Here's Barry with a puck. Barry in the far circle. Just holds on as the power play expires, and Cates is out for UND. Barry turns it over in the far corner with 28 seconds to go in the second. Bulldogs will get it all the way down the ice from there. This will be an icing call here on UND as you had a clear from the far corner of the Bulldog zone off the stick of Louis Rail with 23.8 to go in the second. And the face-off coming here over to the right side, it appears, of Ryan Fanti.
Fanti, I'm kind of surprised his body language has really not been very good, especially since he gave up that third goal. Down on his knees between whistles and just shooting pucks at end boards and stuff. Kind of surprising from one of the best goalies in the nation. You wouldn't expect him to be in his head like that. Everybody has their nights, though. I guess so.
Here's Cates coming up the right wing for UND. Chips it over the RedHawk line to the far corner. Clement is on it here. Playing a far circle for Moulton. Up the far wing with it. Barbolini plays it middle. Clement left wing over the Bulldog line. Red Savage shoots it in. And it was gloved there by Fanti right at the buzzer to bring us to the second intermission here from Oxford, Ohio. 3-0 Miami in their final home game of the year, trying to grab a win. They are well on their way to doing that with a 3-goal advantage here after 40 minutes. And a very complete period, like you said, by the RedHawks. A full 20 minutes. Offensive zone, defensive zone, and the power play was working too.
Yeah, a really complete period for Miami. Did a really good job to score 2 goals against Minnesota-Duluth and keep them off the scoreboard, even more importantly, I think I might say. And we'll see here, there's really no excuse to blow a 3-goal lead in one period. We'll see if the RedHawks can hang on. Going to have to hope Ludwig Pearson once again stands strong. I think you can expect he probably will.
I have a good feeling he will. But we will for sure see. That's why they play the game.
That's right.
At our second intermission here, it is 3-0 Miami over UND. The shots in favor of the Bulldogs, 22-18 here after 40. A big weekend too, we should talk about that. Of course, across the league, you have all sorts of standings implications with these games as we get toward the end of the NCHC regular season. And coming into our game here this afternoon, when you look at the standings, you have Miami last with 14 points. Colorado College 7th with 18 points. So Miami would have to have Colorado College help them out. And Miami have to either beat Duluth tonight or win a few games at Western Michigan next weekend to try to overcome the Tigers, who are playing at St. Cloud this weekend to try to get into that 7th spot in the playoffs. That just basically changes where you would travel for the first round of the playoffs. An interesting race, though, atop the conference. You had Denver lose to Omaha last night at Baxter Arena. North Dakota beat Western Michigan at home. So the Fighting Hawks are 48 points, 4 points above of Denver's 44. They got a good shot at the Penrose Cup, so all kinds of stuff going on in the standings.
Yeah, really big weekend in NCHC hockey. Next weekend's going to be really big, too. And I don't know about you, Patrick, but I think that this actually is a pretty big deal for Miami. I'd much rather see them play Denver, who we know that they can play with. North Dakota, they've been beaten up on pretty bad the last couple of years against them. They hung with them one game earlier this year as well, but I think I'd rather see Denver.
And you got to think about the road atmosphere, too.
Right,
going to Denver or going to North Dakota. A little bit different going to either spot. So that is just to chew on here as we go into the final period of this weekend and then on to next weekend when the RedHawks hit the road to go to Western Michigan. Duluth next weekend is going to be at home against St. Cloud for 2 games in the NCHC edition of the Battle of Minnesota. But still a period to go here in Oxford, Ohio tonight. 3-0 Miami over UMD. That'll come your way in about 11 or 12 minutes. So stay with us through our second intermission. This is Miami Hockey on Red Hawk Radio. Final home period of the Miami RedHawks for the season. 3-0 they lead the Minnesota-Duluth Bulldogs about to start the third here for Steve Cady Arena. Patrick Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger back with you inside the building. You got a full crowd tonight. You got a RedHawks team that's playing really well. Would be fitting to finish it off like they started it.
Yeah, 20 minutes away from leaving this home crowd with a great taste in their mouths regarding the 2022 Miami RedHawks hockey team. See if they can do it.
Hasn't always been the best taste all year.
No, it hasn't, but final impressions matter, I guess.
Right? All right, Bulldogs win the draw. Miami moving right to left across your radio here in our third period. Working up the near wing. And we get a whistle for a hand pass. Face-off will stay here in the Miami zone. I think Fletcher got his hand on that coming up the near half wall of the Miami zone. Draw coming to Pearson's left to our right. And it's 11 seconds into the third.
Patrick, we mentioned last period, we thought that it looked like, or at least I thought it looked like Ludwig Pearson was having an easier time than Ryan Fanti. RedHawks did outshoot the Bulldogs last period, 9-7.
Yep. Puck here at the near half wall of the RedHawks zone. Worked out to center ice. Cates over toward that far half wall. With it here in the far corner are Miami in their own zone. Dasky near wing pass here for Barbolini. The backhand play to Red Savage in the middle. Olsen picked it off. And then Dasky stole it away from him. Now it's Barbolini near circle. Back for Dasky. Break wide feet on the right wing for Reichwist. Leads it up through center ice. Dumped in there to the Miami net from the center ice area. Off the stick of Wyatt Kaiser for UMD. Worked out back to center ice. UMD back in their own end. Kaiser right wing feed. Here is a play over the RedHawk line right wing by James. Gets it near circle. Olsen there, let it go through his feet. James near half wall. Runs it down the near corner. Here's Dasky on it. To the near circle for Pletsky. Turned over. Backhand play in front by Olsen. Nice pat save by Pearson, and Biondi could not get the rebound. Olsen now in the high slot with a puck. Spun around for a shot. Another save by Pearson, worked out left point. Kaiser cannot keep it in. Plays it forward here to Biondi for UMD over the RedHawk line left wing. Biondi in a 2-against-4 will shoot it from the far circle. Blocked down there by Reichwist. And here's Dasky lifting it up ahead through the center ice area into the UMD zone. 18:20 left here in the third. Jacques rink wide to the far side of center ice. Scrapped here by Bender. Plays it near corner of the Miami zone. Bolton around the boards to the far half wall. Monty Graham will chip it out back to center and beyond into the UMD end. Here's Kelly with it. Behind the Bulldog net to the far corner. You get Gallatin controlling here for the Bulldogs through the near circle and through center ice. Over the RedHawk line, middle of the ice. Gallatin shoots. Pearson the blocker save. Goes to the far half wall. Here is Milmock to the far corner. Left point, Gallatin rims it around the boards and behind the net. Jacques with it here against Clement. Now you got Bender up the far half wall. Right point, Lelig shoots it wide left of Pearson's net. Or toward the far half wall. Slatic picks it up here for Miami. Left wing pass, Corbett chips it over the Bulldog line to the near corner. Lelig is on it here with Slatic. In behind the Bulldog net, you got Graham in there as well. Near corner with it now up the near wing is Loney. And up ahead here is Milmock for UMD over the RedHawk line left wing. Ilmach hit there by Donato, far half wall. Sladek picks it up. Dishes near corner for Sinnard, trying to move it forward. Went off the stick there of low height. Played up right point for Rail, down to that near half wall area. And up high here, the center ice area was Rail. Chips it far corner for Donato. Near corner now, Sinnard plays it near wing Corbett. The left-handed play up to the near side of center ice. Or the RedHawks control their own zone. Sinnard tripped up, no call. Red Savage with it right side of the center ice red line. He will lose it. And it goes back to Miami zone here for Sinnard. Near wing play, Red Savage chips over the Bulldog line. The left wing goes in behind the UMD net. Rail is with it, far corner. Dishes back behind the cage here for Anderson. 16.5 to go in the third. Anderson behind his net. Far half wall for Rail, up the left wing boards. Here's Cates. Plays it over the Red Hawk line, right wing. Savage is on it for Miami. That's Red. Toward the far corner of his own zone. Sent back near wing. Here's Dasky. Up the left wing boards for Barbolini. Stolen away from him. Killing up in the high slot. Will shoot it right into the chest of Pearson, who makes the stop. It was 16:08 to go in the third. The clock is stopped. In a 3-0 game led by Miami. RedHawks to Western Michigan next weekend. 2-game set inside Lawson Ice Arena with the Lunatics. The Lawson Lunatics is the student section of Western Michigan, and they go crazy.
I've heard that Lawson is a crazy atmosphere to watch a college hockey game in.
Yep. Draw to the right point of the Bulldog offensive zone. Kaiser the weak shot in. Pearson covers up. So imagine a building like Goggin, the same capacity, but the roof basically goes over the top row of the stands. That's where the roof is. And you got students that show up to the games, and they are loud. It's a metal roof. The place shakes.
And I mean, that team is really good this year. I can't imagine there's much better to do in Kalamazoo either.
The lines to get into the games from the students wrap around the building several times. It's nuts. You got Olmstead with it here in the Miami zone. Gets it out back to center. Grisak right wing, center ice red light. Dumps it in behind the UMD net. Fanty's on it here to the far corner for Olsen. Here corner now, Kaiser. Works it up back to center ice. On it here, Biondi plays in the Miami zone. Moulton up the near wing to the center ice red line left wing. Olmstead dumps it in behind the UMD net. Fanty there to stop it to the near corner. And with it here is Goetz. Up the near side, Bender over the Red Hawk line right wing. Bender near circle, drive toward the net, takes behind the cage. Bender gets it up high slot. Kelly's on it here. Will play it far circle. A shot there. Pearson made the save. Rebounded front. Loose puck deflected behind the net. Red Hawks take over there. Work it up the near wing. Yet Sinnard on it at center ice, left side of the red line. And it's dumped in now behind the Bulldog net. Fancy out to stop it. Rims it around the boards to the far half wall here for the Bulldogs. Silver for Miami. Near the Bulldog line right wing. Puts it in behind the Bulldog net. Kelly on it now for UMD. Gets it out from his own end with 14:45 to go in the third. It's 3-0 Miami. Kelly left wing pass for Gallatin. Chips it over the Red Hawk line to the far corner. Ryquist to the near side now for Dasky. Up the near wing boards, up high right point. Loney chips it down low to the near corner. Milmock on it here for UMD. Will get tripped up there against Red Savage. They work it up the near wing. Loney right point, plays it down to Red Savage near half wall, who works it up back to center ice. And Savage chips it over the Bulldog line left point. Barbolini back in front for Red Savage. Went off his stick. Over toward that far half wall. UMD picks it up. They're out of their own zone. Low height over the Red Hawk line left wing. Got a rounded check from Ryquist, and then Loney plays it for the far corner in on Pearson. And Loney came in there to try to go after a rebound. There never was one. He ran right into Pearson, and now he got Pearson down on all fours in his crease. So Loney came in from the far corner there on a drive to the net, made a backhand shot on Pearson, who made the cover, then ran into him looking for a rebound. There was none. But Ludwig is back up to his feet, and he is skating over to the Miami bench, so hopefully that situation is fine. He got 14:04 to go in the third. 3-0 Miami over UMD. We'll take a quick break. Back in a moment. Miami Hockey on Red Hawk Radio. 14:04 to go in the third period. 3-0 Miami over UMD. Patrick Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger back with you here to play above the ice in Steve Cady Arena. Gerard Pearson's right, coming out of the timeout in the Miami zone. RedHawks win it. Working up the near wing through center. Pletsky plays it near corner in the UMD zone. Hits Gotts there against the boards. Kaiser plays it up the near wing for Gilling. Centers it over here for Cates. Tips it over the RedHawk line, left wing to the far corner, where they crash for it here in behind the net. Cates and Clement tie up for it over the far corner. Gilling picks it up the far wing to the left point, shoots it in, deflected over the net, in behind the cage. Roth with it here for UMD, plays it forward in front of the net, and you had Cates a really soft whack at it there. Pearson makes the cover against his pads with 13:25 to go in the third. Shots right now are 30-18 in favor of UMD.
Yeah, UMD's outshot Miami 8-0 since the beginning of the third period. So far, Ludwig Pearson, though, standing strong like we said we thought he might.
Yep. Toronto is left. Monty Graham will take it against UMD's Dominic James, the freshman from Plymouth, Michigan. One back by Miami to the far half wall. Silver lifts it out up the far wing back into the UMD zone. On it here is Connor Kelly. Plays it far wing. And it's James who lifts it in from the center ice red line left wing to dump it behind Pearson's net. Donato around the boards to the far half wall. Silver plays it there. Left point Gallatin slides it high slot. Bray Crowder with a soccer kick there to get it out back to center. Then UMD plays it to the far corner of the Miami zone. Near half wall now is Corbett. With it down the near corner as Olsen applies a strong forecheck. Crowder lifts it off glass. Gallatin gloves it down left point. Worked out back to center ice. Biondi on it here. Feeds it right wing for Kelly. And the puck is turned over near the Bulldog line. Savage plays it over the RedHawk line on the right wing. And behind the Bulldog net goes the puck. Here's Ryan Savage with it now in the offensive zone for Miami. Slides it down behind the Bulldog net to the near corner. Fletcher turns it over on the cycle play to Kelly, who's up the near wing for UMD. Cross-ice look. Over on the left side is Clevin over the RedHawk line. Ian Reichquist tie up for it. Reichquist behind the Miami net. We'll try to kick it here over toward that far corner. Jacques to the left point. Anderson with it here. Plays it back to the far corner. Jacques ties up with Dasky. Jacques with it near corner. Skates it up the near wing board. Spins it around to the near side. Rail for UMD. Gets tied up there with Red Savage. Back to the right point. Jacques shoots it off a leg to the far half wall. Spinning around for a shot. Left point there. Coming in was Anderson. Spun around the boards here to the right point for Rail. Gets it in behind the net for Bender. Bender far corner for UMD in the offensive zone. Works it up to the left point. Slides it back for Rail, who skates it down the far half wall. Rail, the backhand play in front to the far circle. Taken over here by Ryan Savage. Will skate it up the right wing, chip it through the neutral zone. Anderson on it here for the Bulldogs. Matt Anderson chips it over the RedHawk line on the right wing to the near corner. Bolton there will stick it forward for Olmstead. Turn it over in the middle. Loney, a shot over the top right corner of the net. Pearson there made the save. Goes to that far side. Low height now trying to stuff it on a wraparound to the backhand near post. And Pearson there stands up with a left pad to make the save with 11:09 to go in the third.
Another great save for Pearson. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Great job by him to get that left leg. It really jammed against that post. Nowhere for that UMD player to go on the wraparound. Miami officially getting outshot 2-1. 32-18.
Huh?
Or no, not quite 2-1. I'm not a math major, though.
I'm not either, so I don't mess with it.
Yeah, you might not even have noticed if I didn't.
No, I didn't. I thought you were right, and then you corrected yourself. Here's a Bulldog shot left point. Goat shoots it. Pat saved by Pearson. In behind the net, Gilling with it for UND in the offensive zone. Stripped there by Clement coming in from behind. The backhand play in the corner. Cates takes it over here. Right point Kaiser. Left point Goats. One-timer wide left of the net. He drilled that one. Cates picks it up right point, slides it left point. Kaiser shoots it in through the high slot. Cates wounds up for a slap shot. They got blocked by Sinnard near circle. Roth now top of the near circle, still in the UMD offensive zone. Guns it down near corner. Sinnard picks it up here for Miami. Lifts it up the near wing. You know, play out back to center ice. Kaiser in his own end here for UMD. Plays it near wing at the center ice red line. Dumped in the near corner, Miami zone. Donato to the far side here for Corbett. Back out to center. Kelly plays it middle. Here comes Donato through center ice. Dumps it over the Bulldog line, left wing. Fanti there to stop it. Over toward the far corner. Kelly picks it up near wing for Goetz. Far side Lely plays it forward. Olsen to Kelly over the Red Hawk line. Olsen now with it at the far half wall for UMD in the offensive end. Olsen with it behind the Red Hawk net to the near corner. We'll play it up the right wing boards. Back out to center ice. Kelly back with it here in the UMD zone. Slides it over on the far circle for Gallatin. We are past the halfway mark of our third period. 9:35 to go in the frame. It's 3-0 Miami. Far corner with it here is Gallatin. In behind the Red Hawk net. Plays it in front. Quick play forward. Gallatin, the shot right in front of Pearson's net. It was a quick wrister. The puck just deflected in front there. It was a quick wrister on the left-handed player of Gallatin right into the chest of Pearson, who makes the stop in the cover. Again, 9:26 remains in the third. 3-0 Miami trying to close it out at home. Miami Hockey on Red Hawk Radio. .26 to go in the third period. We got a 3-0 lead for Miami as we come out of the timeout. Ludwig Pearson getting some helmet repairs here at the Miami bench. So that is causing a quick delay of the game here. It looks like some screws have been loose on his helmet. So they were fixing that frantically during the media timeout, and Andy Geshan is on it.
I was going to say, Andy Geshan's on the case. I think we can probably count on that thing being fixed sooner rather than later.
Yep. Andy Geshan's holding up the game right now.
Hey, he deserves a few minutes in the spotlight.
Yeah. You got Scott Schreiber on the video board doing the jump around. Crowd loves it. All right, the helmet is fixed. Andy Geshan, though, it seems to be under more pressure when he has to fix something at home than when he fixes his helmet. All right. Red Hawks get out to center here. We're 5-on-5 on the timeout, and they will ice the puck out of the face-off to the right of Pearson as Barbolini trying to move it forward. Did not hit Red Savage on a pass in the neutral zone. Comes back behind the Bulldog net for an icing on Miami with 9:18 to go in the third.
Red Hawks really hanging on by a thread here in this third period. I mean, they're still up 3, I guess, but they have gotten outshot 14-0 so far to start the frame.
It's unbelievable. Shots are still 36-18.
Finally.
By the way. Far corner Jane for UMD and a face-off win. Spins it around. Dasky takes it over here in the far corner. James on it here for UMD far half. Won't get shoved off there on a loose puck by Dasky. Red Savage picks it up, plays it near corner here in the Miami zone, where Goetz ends up with a right point as it's squirted up the boards. Played near corner. Dasky ties up with Biondi. Taken over here by Olsen. Played it near circle. On it now is James for UMD. Olsen behind the net and works it toward that far corner. Left point now. Bulldogs work it. Goetz a shot just wide left of Pearson's net. Over toward that far corner, Biondi on it here. James, top of the far circle, playing it in. Saved there by Daschke. And up the near wing boards with it. There comes Barbolini, dumps it in. Behind the Bulldog net, Fanti stops it from the near half wall. Lifted out to center ice by James. Here's Bender over the Red Hawk line, middle of the ice, as James was lit up there by Pletzky, I think, in front of the penalty boxes after he got rid of the puck. Stick battle here, far circle, Miami zone. Spin around shot right into the glove of Pearson from Kyler Klevin of UMD. Crowd loves it with 8:03 to go in the third.
Yeah, and they should. Ludwig Pearson, as we've said this entire game, this entire series, really keeping the Redhawks in this game. And I think Miami's actually doing a pretty good job, even though they've given up a lot of shots. None of those shots have been super in close or cross crease, any of the type of shots that you usually would call high danger scoring opportunities.
Yep. Draw to Pearson's right. Redhawks win it, work it out through the center ice area on the right wing. Karisak played it far corner. You got Rail on it here for UMD up the near wing. Over towards center ice, Klevin over the Red Hawk line, middle of the ice. Far circle, James shoots it up high. Pearson made the save to the far corner. Barry lifts it out back to the left point for Anderson. Moves it around the boards and behind the net. Moulton picks it up for Miami. Far corner stolen away there by Colby Bender, back to center ice. Kelly right wing over the Red Hawk line, dumps it into the near corner. With it now is Moulton to the far side. Sinnard, Cates lit him up on there. Now it's in behind the net. With it now is Kobe Roth for UMD to the near corner. Roth, near circle here for Gilling at the half wall, spins it up to the right point. Gilling hits the brakes, walks it down the near wing boards to the near corner. Gilling let it go off his stick there. Moulton pinched him up against the boards. Picked off here in front of the net by Kobe Roth. Got it back to the left point with a shot by Gallatin, and somehow Pearson sees that and makes the stop through about 5 players standing in front of the net. 7:01 to go in the third.
Ludwig Pearson stands strong here these last 7 minutes or so. His save percentage for the weekend is going to be something to behold.
Right? Came into the game with a save percentage of .888 on the year, but that seems low.
Yeah, and last night I think he stopped, 49 out of 52 shots, so
yeah.
So far on the series, definitely a high clip.
Gallatin left point, plays this one back to the near corner. The Red Hawks zone is Klevin there, tied up for it. Near half wall, Loney shoots it. Nice save by Graham and his pads. Goes near half wall. Corbin here trying to work it near corners. Kelly came in against him. Goes back behind the Red Hawk net. Graham to the far corner for Crowder. Lifts it out back to center. Milmock gave it up here for Gallatin. Over the line, right wing, comes the Bulldogs. Stripped away, though, by Bray. Crowder up high in the Miami zone. Works out back into the UMD end. Near corner, Milmock there to pick it up. Along the near boards, Loney gets it out back to center ice. Played here over the Red Hawk line, right wing by Kaiser. Squirts out back to center. Red Savage with it here near corner of the Miami offensive zone. The centering play in front went through the legs. 5-hole on Barbolini. Went to the far corner all the way down the ice of the Miami zone. 5:56 to go in the third. 3-0 is the score. Miami leads it. Puck goes behind the UMD net. Kaiser on it here for the Bulldogs. He will dish back for Goetz. James now far half wall, back out to center. Goetz plays it forward over the Red Hawk line, left wing to the far corner. Barbolini will play it near corner now for Derek Daschke. Lifts it off glass, back to center ice. Goetz gloved it down, spin around play back in the Miami end. Daschke's on it here. Leaves it up near wing at the center ice red line for Red Savage, who will dump it in near side of the Duluth zone. Here's Kaiser. Lifts it up here for Goetz. Off the glass, back to center. Moulton in his own end for Miami. Plays it middle for Griesok. Red Savage for Pletzky. Over the Bulldog line, left wing. Taken away here, back to center ice by Moulton, who will dump it in to the zone up high. Bulldogs with it. Cates in his own end for UMD. To the far circle here for Goetz. Right wing feed for Rail over the Red Hawk line here on the right wing. Moulton on it. Slides it far circle for Clement. Lifts it out back to center. Anderson gloves it down. Clement now far side of the half wall. Gets it out back toward the center ice area. With it here is low height. Now Klevin over the Red Hawk line left wing. Griesok left point with a puck for Miami. Lifts it out back towards center ice. The RedHawks will chip this one all the way down into the near corner of the UMD zone. Fanti the backhand play up the near wing for Rail. Rail skates it over the RedHawk line right side for Jacques. Lifts it back behind the Miami net. Sladek there, left it for Crowder. Around the boards near half wall. Corbin with it, lifts it out back to center. Barry in a 2-on-1 the other way with Sladek. Barry near circle, shoots it right into the shoulder there of Fanti, and the puck squirts its way back out to center ice. Sladek on it here for Miami. Let it go in the center circle. Corbin chips it over the Bulldog line left wing. Fanti's on it here behind the net. Left it there for Gilling. Skates it up the near wing for UMD. Gilling through the center ice area. Over the RedHawk line right wing. Let it go in the near corner. Back to the right point for Gallatin. Gilling near circle. Dasky trying to lift it out but can't. Play near corner. You got Rydquist and Cates on it there. Both players tie up near corner of the Miami zone. Bulldogs working right point with 3.5 to go in the third. Gallatin in front. Backhand play. Bender can't get it toward the net. Moose in front. Dasky plays it off the near wing boards. We're off to the right point. Gallatin shoots. Blocked down there by Graham. Far half wall Clement. Back for Gallatin. Top the near circle. Ross shoots it in front. Bender made a tip on it there. Pearson got it in the glove. And he will cover it up with 3:10 to go in the third. And similar to last night, UMD, 42 shots on goal. Ludwig Pearson has saved every single one of them in this game so far.
Not bad.
Nuts. Yep. 3:10 to go in the third. We'll take our final media timeout. Miami Hockey on Red Hawk Radio. .310 to go, third period. Miami 3, UMD nothing. Still plenty of time left in this game. Duluth has pulled the goaltender and Ryan Fanti. A 6-on-5 advantage for Duluth with the empty net. Gerard coming to Pearson's left here. Again, 3:10 to go in the third. Won by Miami. They're up 3-0. Trying to close out a win here on senior night. Their final home game this evening. Puck is in the near corner for the RedHawks in their own zone. You got about a 3-on-3 battle going for it as Moulton locks it up with his skate against the boards. And that near corner of the Miami end. Finally squirts free. Far side Barry lifts it out back to center over the stick there of Goetz. Played near wing now to Olsen for UMD. Olsen will dump it in over the RedHawk line. Never mind, it hit Eric Frank. The linesman popped off of him back to center.
Tough night to be a linesman.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs through center. It's Kaiser, the cross corner dump in from the left wing to the near side. Griesbach gloved it down for Miami. In it there for Clement behind the net. Now Barry rims it around the boards. Back out to center ice. Kaiser takes over for UMD in his own end. Dishes over for Goetz near wing. Plays it through the center ice area. Right wing Olsen. Over the RedHawk line. Biondi with a puck now. Plays it in behind Pearson's net. Barry with it. Over to the left point for Kaiser. Right side now, Barry takes away the puck through center ice, shoots it into the empty net off the post. Off the left post from center ice.
Only
Very
Miami.
Close. Oh yeah. 1:50 left here in the third. Puck near corner of their Miami zone. Rydquist crashes in the boards there with Bender. He and Griesbach tie up for it. Around the boards it goes to the right point. Kelly plays it near half wall to give and go with Gilling. Kelly shoots it in center blue line, blocked down by Griesbach. He'll fire it, then the empty net, it scores! fitting on senior night that Chase Greasock will get the empty net goal to seal the deal. In his final home game in a Miami uniform, it's 4-0 RedHawks. 1:31 to go in the third. Chase Greasock blocked a shot from his own blue line and ripped it all the way down the ice from there into the empty net to give Miami the 4-goal advantage here with 91 seconds left. Crowd loves it.
And I don't think a single person's left yet.
Nope. Center ice draw, one to the far side here by the RedHawks of the offensive zone. Slatic gets it in behind the net to the near corner for Olmstead. Back behind the cage, Slatic works it up the near wing boards. Over toward the left point. Works it up back to center. Chase Greasock for the RedHawks, scoring his 7th goal of the year. His 69th career point in college hockey. Near corner, Bulldogs work it out back to center. Loney works it up for Low Height over the RedHawk line on the right wing. Low Height played at far corner. Milmock on it here. Going back to the left point for Anderson. Shoots it in near corner. Went to rail here, picking it up for UMD. Played at middle, went off the stick of Pearson. Back toward the neutral zone. RedHawks trying to chip it forward. Bulldogs here on the far side with it. Rail played it in front for Loney. Back for Rail, far half wall. The shot in. Pearson with a save, the breadbasket. And then he got pushing and shoving after the play. Low Height came in late for UMD. Crowder came in to take him out of the crease, and then a few pushes and shoves followed that. 29.8 seconds to go in the third. 4-0 Miami over UMD, and Ludwig Pearson going for the shutout. He has saved all 42 shots he's seen tonight.
Yeah, and the RedHawks should be defending him. He has had an excellent game, and you see a lot of smiles down there from Miami players. They're a little annoyed with that scrum, but they're happy to have come out on the top end of this game.
Yep. Draw coming to the right of Pearson. One back to the left point here by Gallatin. Far side is Clement with it for UMD in the corner. Works it up the far wing boards. Left point slides it down to the far corner for James. Spin around shot. And Ludwig Pearson, the casual glove save.
I think that one got deflected in front too.
Yep. Saw it all the way. 17.8 to go in the third. Draw to Pearson's right. Corbett lifts it out for the near circle, back through center ice. And this will go for an icing. As Greasock chasing it down for Miami in his own end with 10.7 to go in the third. Draw coming up to the left of Ludwig Pearson.
And you think maybe Scott Corbett just wants to take one more defensive zone draw here at Cady Arena.
For this season. Or yeah, for his career, I beg your pardon, he's a senior.
Although we are a little confused about the NCAA rules right now.
So hard to figure out. Near corner, Barry from behind his net. For Miami, Jacques came in to hit him with a second to go, and the Miami RedHawks. The RedHawks get something out of this weekend series at home with Minnesota-Duluth. A 4-0 win for Miami on senior night over the Bulldogs. RedHawks grab 3 points in the NCHC standings. A commanding performance by Miami today, who pick up a huge win over Minnesota-Duluth. A shutout too for Ludwig Pearson, who stops all 44 UMD shots of the night. And Miami takes it again by a final score of 4-0 here from Steve Cady Arena on a Saturday in Oxford, Ohio.
RedHawks roll to a 4-0 win. A great job by them getting a few goals in the bank early. Ludwig Pearson closed it out. Probably one of the best goaltending performances I might have ever seen live, honestly. He was really, really good tonight.
And the hometown crowd here in Oxford, Ohio will exit after Miami wins the game. They will be happy with their free taco coupons. Your final shots tonight, 44-20 UMD over Miami. But Brian Fanti came up short for UMD tonight, allowed 4 goals on 20 Miami shots. The 8 seniors will exit the ice for the final time for Miami at home. And of course, those 8 seniors and transfers the RedHawks have really relied on throughout the years, and they didn't really see the best days of Miami hockey's program, but they sure can be happy that they exit the ice with a win tonight on their senior night. There's the salute near center ice here by the RedHawks with their sticks. They'll do a special thing for the seniors after the game. Again, we'll name those seniors. They are Bray Crowder, Andrew Snart, Chase Griesbach, Derek Datsky, Michael Regish, Monty Graham, Scott Corbett, and Matt Berry are the 8 players playing in their final home game for Miami here tonight. So again, 4-0 your score. It's the RedHawks exit the ice. What are your takeaways from tonight?
I thought it was a really good game from the RedHawks. Like we said, did a good job banking a couple goals early. They ended up getting outshot pretty bad, but that was most of that came in the third period, actually almost all of it. And Ludwig Pearson, like we said, when he plays like that, the RedHawks have a chance to beat anybody in the nation. If he is getting hot right now, look out if you're in the NCHC. RedHawks, not the type of 8 seed you want to play if Ludwig Pearson is on his game.
That's true, and he can show up wherever the game is, whether it's in North Dakota, whether it's in Denver, wherever. Ludwig Pearson, for the RedHawks, is going to show up for it. He is announced as the game's first star. Ryan Fanti was just announced as a Richter Award semifinalist for the National Goaltender of the Year award. Was not his best tonight, giving up 4 goals on 20 shots.
Yeah, not his best. He still played pretty well. He definitely got frustrated a little bit there toward the end of that game. You feel for him, and you can understand why. Just a team that Minnesota-Duluth really should be beating, expected to beat twice coming in here. Definitely frustrating for Duluth. Good performance for both these goalies this weekend. Ludwig Pearson came out on top. He deserved to.
Yep. So again, your final score, 4-0 Miami over Minnesota-Duluth. Again, next weekend the RedHawks are on the road at Western Michigan. Those will be 2 7 o'clock starts Friday and Saturday from Lots and Ice Arena, and then for UMD, it's at home against St. Cloud State in a big series for the Bulldogs, who will go against it'll be the 4th team Minnesota-Duluth in the standings against the 5th team St. Cloud State, and the Bulldogs will try to grab home ice next weekend in the NCHC for the first round of the playoffs. Again, next weekend when they return to Amsoil Arena to face the Huskies of St. Cloud State. So your final tonight, 4-0 Miami. Final thoughts for the year?
Great year. Excited to get some baseball going.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Once the weather gets past what was it today? 28 degrees out.
Yeah, we're not sitting outside for that.
So once we get above a certain temperature, then baseball.
Yeah.
But as 4-0 the score on the ice tonight for Miami over Minnesota-Duluth. Thanks, Jack. It was fun.
It was fun, Patrick. Until next year.
Yep. And so the RedHawks will return home next year sometime in October against an opponent we don't know yet. On the road against Western Michigan, though, next week, and then the first round of the playoffs. 4-0 your final tonight, Miami over UMD. And we will say so long goodnight from Steve Cady Arena in Oxford, Ohio this evening. RedHawks win the win and 3 points in the NCHC standings. Thanks again for listening to this presentation of Miami Hockey on Red Hawk Radio.